Yo, what's Zam? It's your boy Live for Zam, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And I'm just here to tell y'all CM Punk or Raw, Smackdown, all have me looking like this. So, not like this now. Not like this. Not that was a few weeks ago. You had me looking like this though. I'm intrigued to it. I am intrigued.
There's a lot of questions to be answered.
Joe, you gotta send me pictures so I can make cartoon versions of you. You can't be left. you can't. You can't be left out to it.
Oh Lord.
You and Monte, don't worry, I got Monte. Monte ain't gonna just send them. So I gotta get to find him. You know what I'm saying? Just randomly, just look at just look.
Just a random picture.
That's how I was looking at wrestling tonight. Shout out to Cartoons L. He's gonna be around from now on. I do appreciate y'all for watching all of that. But I thought it was a really good episode. SmackDown felt different, but it is draft time. It might
I
just
would
go
say
back
it's
to what it
draft
was.
time. Don't let the little warm and fuzzies fucking listen. I hate to be the downer, but as your local neighborhood scumbag, sometimes aside from giving folks their daily dose of dirtbag, I be the heel and give us the reality check. Fucking, I don't know, bruh. I don't trust it, bruh. Vince McMahon could be coming in from a random LCD projector at any fucking point in time.
All right, we're finna go. We got to do this to start the show. We got to give y'all some updates on things I know y'all care about. So let's talk about this. Why are you? There you go. I said, why are you so? All right, look, you're not cartoon me, but yeah, basically, these are the people who will be drafted tomorrow morning. And I was like, and I looked at it. I'm like, most of them make sense to be honest.
But see, the thing is,
Candice LeRae, the only one that hurt, but she on the main roster, she has literally done nothing. So
but was she? Did any of these are the people that can get drafted coming up Monday, right? These
no,
weren't.
tomorrow. These tomorrow people.
Uh,
These were eligible tonight that didn't get drafted tonight.
oh wait, what's tomorrow?
This is it. This is for tomorrow. They're having a little morning show on Peacock.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, they're having a morning show on Peacock. These are the people that will be
I
drafted.
guess I'll watch that.
Yeah. So it'll be on Peacock in the morning. They're gonna have the SmackDown, basically what Smack Talk used to be.
Oh, okay.
Except for they got it controlled now. Put it up. We can't just let this ride. Can't have many misses and Daniel Bryan just trying to get fired. So,
It's gonna be an occasional thing. We'll use it for draft time and other specials.
them shows are amazing because Brian Danielson now was trying to get fired. So he was just
Bruh,
going.
Brian Daniels. Wait till we get to talking about AEW Dynamite, bruh. These niggas. The guy I had to roast Daniel Garcia on Twitter today because of fucking Brian Danielson wearing sleeveless hoodies, which is crazy, but man.
But and the thing, Mustafa Ali probably just getting his start, but everybody else is pretty. Chelsea Green is saying Davila starting to wrap up too. Viking Raiders they get beat all the time, so
Man. Valhalla
they put
still
on
ain't got
good
no
matches.
fucking shoes on though. Bitch, put
Yeah.
some shoes on is dangerous.
I feel like this show is 100% Triple A because Omos MVP did not get drafted. Vince would draft Omos
But
first.
the draft ain't over yet though. I mean, and you also got to realize that all of the people that presented were
Not
definitely
right here.
triple.
Omos,
Oh,
I'm talking about Omos right here. He getting
oh,
drafted.
okay.
And he getting on the Saturday morning show.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. But I'm saying even like the presenters that did tonight's draft, all of them were Triple A adjacent. Outside of what maybe Teddy Long and fucking JBL, and even JBL could arguably Triple H adjacent to a certain extent. Nah, he was definitely way closer to the Undertaker side of things. That nigga was an acolyte.
Tell him Paul Heyman, you only got the championship because Triple H didn't work Tuesdays.
Yeah. That I mean, he was he wrong?
Paul Heyman got to cut a promo. The only reason whoever get the world heavyweight title, because Roman Reigns didn't want to work both nights.
Yeah, I was just saying that's so horrible. That's how they'll finally nail this fucking heavyweight championship, and we'll get it. They're gonna if they want to kill it early. Now's the way they do it.
Paul Heyman just buried the whole title.
Yeah, before
Only
anyone
reason
even has a chance to win it.
I do have now. If some, I do have faith in. I'm gonna tell you when we get to SmackDown. But anything on this list looks out of the ordinary for like who should have been on the show. And how we know we got Indy Hartwell and top
Yeah.
five milk. Isla Dunn, top five milk.
I think, but I also think they're looking. I'm pretty sure we've said before they need more. If we're gonna have tag team titles on the main roster, they need a few more female tag teams. And I'm pretty sure I even said Isla Dawn and freaking Alba Fire are a smart pick. Their aesthetic works well together. They
Top five
they're,
milk. Tori, am I
they're
wrong?
both super good in the ring. We're trying not to objectify women, Zelmay.
Shout out to your
But
socialist art.
but yeah, what I'm saying is they definitely need it. We also Indy Hartwell. I mean,
She,
that's a
she's in a
sexy ass Australian hoe. Let's be honest.
she's in a boot right now. Hope she
And
get
she's yeah. I hope she heals up
probably a
to.
spring. They probably a spring because they wouldn't have drafted
So,
her.
but it's lame because are they just dropping titles? So they're gonna mar Isla and Alba by making them lose to Casey Catanzaro and her partner.
They could just do like they did with Solo.
I don't know,
So,
bro.
but this one actually makes sense.
Well, it looks like it feels like at least with Indy, you've got a reason
Yeah,
to
she
she
got
can
a,
just drop the title. I mean, her ankles she tore her ACL, didn't she, or was that Sol
no.
Ruka?
Sol Ruka tore the ACL and then her.
Okay,
And I'm
okay.
like, God, same thing happened with Tiffany Strand. Every time you get two people that's like the future, you like, why y'all tear ACL? They need to do them lean training to Tom
I
Brady.
noticed. I noticed you didn't mention
Top five milk.
Nikita Lyons.
She got a torn ACL too, don't she?
Oh, it was a torn ACL, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what they women trainers doing, but all them women got torn.
Well,
Even
you
what's
saw
that?
the little report
You
that
ain't seen
said.
her. You haven't seen her, have you? That girl that's really athletic that was on next level that tore ACL.
Uh-uh. But
I forgot her
I
name.
did see someone saying on Twitter that they had been taking a lot more at the performance center. They've been leaning a lot towards like muscle building outside of the training that they had been doing.
Why they need muscle
No
building?
one, no one exactly. It makes you feel like Vince is back in control because he loves a bodybuilder that can't work.
But even when Vince did, they kind of didn't go bodybuilding
The
system.
the Ultimate Warrior, Lex Luger, fucking come on,
Tori,
Vince
this
is
is
great,
all
nigga.
over
No,
2000.
but nigga, I'm saying these were Vince's greatest hits though, outside of the Undertaker.
But it's all women. Ain't like the dudes getting it.
No, but I'm saying if,
Maybe Bianca Belair you can send out those big,
bruh,
but she was always strong, so it didn't matter.
yeah, but she looked mad brolic, and I don't know if it was just the camera angle or what, but when she came in and told her little thing about happy to be the SmackDown, which is still so weird to me. I think the switching of the titles, it just shows how interchangeable they are, and it takes something away
Why don't they
from
just
it.
name it something different, like women's title, and then like some other like title? I don't know what they got a lot of names.
Well, I know you saw on Twitter they're talking. Booker T, I believe he said he thought they should have a mid card women's title on the main roster.
Just name it something else. Maybe the women's universal title and then the women's
I
world title.
know, no, because that's what they're doing to us right now with these fucking belts, bro. We don't
But
want that.
it
We
eliminates the
want
problem of
we.
SmackDown and
I
Raw
know, but
switching
the
belts.
problem is the brand split to begin with.
The brand split was good when they had like 1,000 people on the
No,
roster.
it don't make no sense now, though.
I said when they
They,
had 1,000 people, when they
I
had
know,
everybody.
but I'm saying they have such an amazing combined roster right now, where you could have so many different picks, like of matches, and you automatically cut that on in half, and then you look crazy when you don't honor it, because it's
But
not like niggas don't be showing up on opposite shows all the time,
well, AEW finna have a brand split. We heard
and that's so stupid.
but we gonna talk about that later.
You ain't even got nowhere near the roster that fucking Vince has right now, and they cut it back substantially.
Let's go through some of these picks. Shout out to WWE on Twitter. First up, first pick was Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa, which was very
As it should be. We knew the Usos got left out.
The Usos got left out, which led to the story later in the night, which actually
The
told it.
ocean of obscurity awaits.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie though, it added so much to a rematch because
It was such a good but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
We're doing the draft, not the main event.
Yeah. Then we had Cody Rhodes drafted to Raw. Now a lot of people was upset, but I like it's ways
This
around.
makes perfect sense. No, you got to think.
I'm just talking
It,
about I'm just talking about it's ways around him. Not I know people want him to go for the W. It's ways he could get there.
yeah, but no, what I'm saying is people
And
got
he's the
to.
hottest act
But you
right
got
now.
to remember, USA, Fox, two
Yeah,
different networks. They need a fucking top event star for
yeah,
both, and it's. I think it's cool that Cody Rhodes is being given the nod as that guy, though we all know he deserves it.
yeah. So I'm assuming that Brock gonna be drafted to Raw, or Brock gonna have that contract that he just can do whatever he want, like he always does.
Yeah.
Next up, we Smackdown draft Bianca Belair, which I thought was the smartest thing you could do. Yo, let's draft the two longest champions in the world and let's pick them up. We got the first
I
pick. So
mean, it makes perfect sense. But did you feel like this? Okay, just to make sure, Rhea Ripley wasn't eligible to draft
yeah,
for
Rhea
tonight,
Ripley is on
correct?
Monday. She's gonna be
Okay,
on Monday. They separated champions. Just like they
okay,
set Austin Theory, Gunther. They had to separate them too, so they
okay.
separated them. So Bianca is on SmackDown, which after I some of it I'm gonna talk about when we get up there. And then Becky Lynch stayed on Raw, which kind of keep Bianca and Becky away from each other. I'm fine with.
Yeah, it's okay. Becky's about to feud with Trish. We know that,
Yeah, so we got
or at
that.
least they're gonna have a match. And I mean, she's Becky Lynch. She can do what the fuck ever.
Then we had LA Knight and Pete Dunne, and they had an amazing match.
They did. I enjoyed that match, bruh.
And it seems like we kind of getting Pete Dunne back, so I'm hoping that we get
Bruh, we should just keep the name his name.
Riddick Moss got his name back
I
today. So
did notice that. I noticed that somebody actually said Riddick Moss. It was Karrion Cross.
yeah, so Riddick
He called
Moss,
him Riddick Moss. I was like, oh.
it's on WWE, and they said it on the show. So Riddick Moss, he got his name back, so that gives us a lot of hope for Pete Dunne.
Wait, hold on. Damn, we'll get into it when we get into the show. But I still think Karrion Cross and Shinsuke could be super duper interesting.
He can. So SmackDown had the next pick, which they picked an interesting pick. They did pick Street Profits.
I honestly thought they were gonna split them up.
Well,
Montez Ford can be a single, bruh.
they still can do it. It's just they just probably want. Well, by the way, SmackDown had six more people.
But this gives me faith that Vince might not be in complete and total control there, because Vince would have split them niggas up.
Montez Ford is a star.
Yeah, I don't know about Dawkins. I mean, look at. Did people forget Otis used to have a tag team partner?
Yo, by the way,
I mean, it wasn't Chad Gable. It was Heavy Machinery. That's what they were called.
Yeah. Tori.
Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker. Tori. If Montez win the world championship, how long before
you're shooting high? I don't. You see Montez.
I'm just saying. If
you see Montez Ford winning the world championship over who?
Not in the near future, but I can.
I was gonna say over what? Cody or Roman? I just don't see that. Not right
now. My question is, when he win it, how long before Brock Lesnar take it off?
Oh, it's gonna be a bruh. He will take it. It will be near one of the big four pay-per-views or PLEs. It will be near. He'll win it, and it'll be a couple weeks out from some big pay-per-view. And just know,
Montez get a big win.
Cowboy and Duster coming through.
He get us a big win. He celebrated. Every black person fear happens, and Brock Lesnar music.
You hear that? Damn it! You're like, oh fuck. This nigga in a cowboy hat and fucking borrowed Undertaker's duster before he came fucking walking down here. Holy shit.
Every WWE champion has lost to Brock Lesnar that was black.
Yep.
From The Rock.
Hey, Vince, bruh. What's up, my nigga?
He is getting sued, so.
I mean, he's got the bank for it, though. He got the money to pay. He's $25 million in so far. Why not spend a little more?
Something that made me happy. Imperium is on Raw. I kind of wanted Gunther away from Roman because
are they finna just trade the fucking US for the Intercontinental title?
Austin Theory is going to SmackDown. Let's not pretend.
Well, I know that, but are they just gonna trade titles, or is he just gonna take the United States title there and the Intercontinental title to Raw?
I think you keep them because they don't have a name associated, so they just probably keep it.
Oh, well, I mean, none of them really do. I mean, besides what, Universal and Heavyweight? Fucking, I mean, come on. But
Yeah,
anyways, Imperium was a good choice for whoever. But you definitely need
I,
I hopefully they see they need a better roster for Raw because fucking it's a 3 hour show.
and plus you got the one big bad Roman on
Because I
SmackDown.
still want to see Cody versus Gunther at some point.
And they own they own the same show. So
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I still want to see Cody and Gunther at some point. So this is
and plus
perfectly fine with me.
you get the Monster Hill.
If they give Cody a 2 belt run, if he wins,
No, no, I think they done with it. If Triple H
yeah.
really charged
Well, yeah, triple. But that's the smart thing to do. Don't do it, bruh, and
yeah,
it'll be okay.
I
You
love
don't.
it. I do love Imperium on
I
Raw.
admit, if Roman is the final time we get a nigga rocking two straps like that, freaking, I'm okay with it. He did it upright. He wrote it.
To start swinging the belts and hit the
Yeah,
crowd.
I would say
But yeah,
Roman.
Gunther on Raw. You get the Monster Hill on Raw. You get the Monster Hill on SmackDown. Who can beat the monsters from their belts? It's always it gives an interest to the name. Next up, Edge is on SmackDown, and I'm like, okay.
I want. How much longer is Edge planning on wrestling,
Like,
bro? I
didn't he
mean,
tell?
more power to him as long as he's not hurting himself.
Didn't he
I'm
tell
all.
Logan Paul he got about another? He won another
I
year.
don't, I'm gonna be honest. I only watched like the first 10 minutes of that freaking
Bro.
podcast, and then I ended up falling asleep. But I was high. It was late at night. Freaking
Yeah.
not their fault. But
At
um,
this at this point, I was like, Roman need new opponents now. Edge is not a new opponent. Well,
I
he
would
knew it
say
in terms.
this nigga started the real run of dominance. Stack him, drop him, stack him, pin him, whatever the freaking slogan was.
Yeah.
Like nigga, you was on a shirt.
Matt Riddle's on Raw, which I feel like
I want RK Bro back so bad.
I do too. So shout out to Matt Riddle on Raw. So he was on Raw. He is. I don't like. I'm like that's earlier than I expected, but people like Matt Riddle. So next up,
Well, yeah.
they had the triple threat tag team match, which was really dope. It was a little fun. It was really fun. The ending was especially fun.
It was. I still is LWO clicking for you. I still feel like they should still be Legado del Fantasma.
I feel like the crowd really into it.
Yeah, but
They
are they
selling
into
merch.
them or are they into LFO?
They selling merch and they get paid from it. So
Are they selling it or is it LFO or LWO? I'm saying I don't. LFO is a boy
they get
band from the early
they,
2000s. So.
they get paid for it. So I'm pretty sure they happy.
Well, yeah, that's all that matters. I just feel like, bro, I like Legado del Fantasma.
I like their new song. The new song lit. It get me hyped.
Yeah, but I like Legado del Fantasma though, man. But
Hey,
whatever
listen.
works.
If they're making more money, I'm happy for them making more money. And they are
You notice how many different people had to throw up the freaking good old Too Sweet freaking tonight?
because all Triple H boys was.
That's what I was saying. Everyone, a lot of Too Sweets going up.
Next up, SmackDown got Bobby Lashley, which I like.
Very
Okay,
good
a new
pick.
opponent for Roman. Okay.
But we haven't got Roman versus Bobby before.
Have we had in the last round?
I don't know, bro. Roman.
Didn't Bobby like? I
It's
mean,
been a couple years.
didn't Brock Lesnar like
Yeah,
interfere in that
Brock.
match? And
Yeah,
it was DQ or something.
Brock got the belt off of freaking Bobby Lashley.
When did I could? Yeah, and then Roman beat Brock. So yeah, I don't know if you ever got that match. So I don't know if we ever got. If we ever did, Brock probably interfered or something. So. And then we got Drew McIntyre to Raw. Thank God he's away from Roman, so maybe
Yeah, let that man live. Drew McIntyre versus Cody could be a slapper too. I want to acknowledge that.
Give him a little edge now since he's been losing lately. Give him his contract because I think Drew is he's been very big for y'all, especially during the pandemic. So I think he deserves some.
Most definitely. Drew put it down in the pandemic. He wrestled through some of the most awkward. I mean, think about finally beating Brock Lesnar, bruh, and no one talks about it because no one was really actually there.
Then we got the pick that made me the happiest because I'm like, I don't know. I don't think we ain't seen this AJ Styles Roman since 2018. I don't believe. And that went hard.
It did. It was a very good, but man.
But I was worried he was injured because he said, I'm gonna let y'all fight. Y'all handle y'all business. And then I'm like, oh, his ankle still hurt. And then he's like, gotcha. and jumped on the rope. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Good old phenomenal forearm, yo.
By the
You
way,
never go wrong. Poor Viking Raiders, though, man.
he looked like he had his edge back. They looked like we just started. And I'm
I
like,
was gonna
okay,
say I'm here.
okay.
I am always here for heel fucking AJ Styles. Him and the Good Brothers have super good chemistry. I mean,
Yeah, it felt
Bullet
better,
Club,
right?
bro. It is crazy to look over across the like. People can say what they want, and this is a little bit of a tangent. But people talk about how Bullet Club doesn't compare. If you look at the landscape of wrestling today, damn near every promotion has somebody claiming Bullet Club.
It's like Bullet Club is the new
And I mean, think
click.
about it.
Bullet Club
Yeah,
the new click.
I mean, bruh, and Finn Balor gets no love, and he started all this shit.
And it's basically the click. So they do the click stuff. So
Very true. That's
uh
that's Kevin Nash's argument too.
yeah.
But
So
I'm just saying it's really crazy to see how one stable in New Japan has sort of shaped the upper card of the industry on the mainstream.
by the way, I adore this segment because him like he's sitting on. I'm gonna sit on this rope and let y'all handle business. And I'm like, okay, y'all look kind of bad. Now, I
Did
ain't
you
gonna lie.
see?
I'm
Did
not
you
gonna lie.
see Mia Yim whiff on her finisher?
Yes,
Valhalla sold it, but she whiffed. Foot went
I think
right
it's
over the head. It
I
was
think I think old girl didn't Sarah Logan didn't do that move. I don't think she bent over at all. She just stood straight. And I'm like, I don't
well,
think
she's not that tall, bro. You got to remember they're not that tall.
you know what I'm saying, but she didn't. I like you
No,
gave
that
no
was
effort.
Mia. No, Mia Yim's setup was funny, and she dropped down so fucking quick. She didn't give her a time to really set up. She grabbed her hand and dropped as she was grabbing her hand. She didn't grab her hand and then pull her down into the kick.
Oh, you know one thing I did like about that tag match? They acknowledged the mess up with Braun Strowman and Ricochet.
Oh yes, yes. But that
I
was
like, hey, listen, at least acknowledge it, please, because I'm like that was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
it was hilarious though.
Even though I think it kind of might be the Viking because that man was nowhere near, or Braun went too early. I don't know which one it was, but he threw that man and then fell off of the rope. At least they played it off, even in the match. Ricochet like, and then Ray Barrett like, you see that stupid thing Braun Strowman did last week? He's an idiot, and I'm like,
I,
it
I,
worked. At least
I,
acknowledge it. It was horrible still, but at least y'all can have fun with
yeah.
it.
They got caught up in the moment, bro. We got to remember niggas is human.
That's why I said at least you have fun with it. At least ain't nobody pretending like, oh my god, we are perfect. I'm like, they have fun. Have fun.
Yeah.
Next up, we had the Miz got drafted to Raw.
Boy, don't nobody really care about the Miz.
I think he just solid. He's a solid dude. You could get in to work with people when they come back from injury or something. He's just a solid person. Get you like back in the ropes of things when something happens. So I don't mind him. Yeah. I don't never think you should put him on championship level anymore. He done got too old for that. But put like when you
Yeah.
come back from an injury or you get called up, the Miz like the perfect dude because he could take losses and not lose credibility because he is a two-time wrestler.
Don't say he's like Seth Rollins. I know that's
Oh
what you were
no no
fucking
no
think.
no no
Okay,
no
I was about to
no.
say, nah, bro, don't do
I put
that.
Seth Rollins at the top of the roster. I said
I
he's
was
just a
gonna
good person. Like I say, Seth Rollins should win the world heavyweight title. The Miz should just be there. I just said the Miz should be there to take on people that come back from injury because he's just a solid worker. That's it. It's a difference between best in the world and solid worker. And it's a big
I was
difference.
gonna say,
And like I said, he don't lose
well,
credibility.
I was gonna say, cause you know Seth was one of those guys who doesn't lose credibility when he loses.
Oh, but he's still at the top. The Miz is just like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the
I thought
Miz is a
no, but
gatekeeper.
I'm
He's a
saying
gatekeeper. Let's put it like that.
I thought that was the
Oh
comparison
yeah.
you were making.
Oh
It
yeah.
was like when you said losing without losing credibility, my mind went to Seth
But what?
Rollins. I was
But
like,
what? I got a good one for you. You know how boxing have gatekeepers and people that like, oh, if you want to reach the top level, but I'm never gonna be on top level. But if you want to go to beat me, the Miz is that dude. He a gatekeeper at this point. He's like, hey, you get you a solid win over the Miz, and then you move on.
Miz going into the Hall of Fame in your opinion?
Yes.
Just asking.
Yeah, he did. He done did. The Miz is really solid at a lot of things. People don't like to give him credit, but
No,
Yeah.
I've Mrs. Headlines I like. You gotta remember, Miz got into wrestling in one of the most random ways ever, and he made that shit work. You can't fault the guy for that.
And he got love for it. People like the mid. I'm like, bro, he was on the.
Not from the wrestlers though. They treated that nigga like shit.
I was always confused because people like, oh, he don't love wrestling. I'm like, this dude was on Big Brother on national TV
No,
pretending to be The
it was the
Rock.
real
Oh yeah, the
world.
real world. He was pretending to be The Rock on TV before he even did wrestling. I'm like, this dude clearly loved wrestling. Like,
But the locker room was horrible to the Miz in the beginning.
yeah, he was one of them celebrity
They
type. Oh,
made
yeah,
that nigga, bruh, by his own admission. They made him change. He had to go to the public bathrooms in whatever arena they were in. They would not let him change in the locker room, bruh.
you know what's dope about him too? He actually said that he'll make sure no other rookie had to go through that.
Which is cool.
Yeah,
But you got to think wrestling was a different place
it
at that
was back
point in
then.
time because he got in there early 2000s,
That's the
2005.
Undertaker, JBL.
Yeah, the remnants of the Click and the Bone Street Crew all fulminating a lot of niggas on their way out, but don't really realize it. Freaking,
Shout out to Roman Reigns to the number one at everything.
he's that nigga.
Zelina had a match that I thought set up very well.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like that they're actually doing something because I was like, I understand you want to put her up against Rhea in Puerto Rico.
I love what
Sort
they
of,
did to her. Did you notice what you saw what they did?
yeah. The
She
same
had
thing.
like I don't know if I can really beat her, and then they had Rey Mysterio try to hype up
Yeah. And I think she did
Santos
super
too.
well. I didn't like the way that they came into the roll up in her actual match with Sonya. I didn't care for that too much, but I like her getting over, not having to be super physical, sort of. It's good to see like a. I hate the stereotype, but it is like the wily lucha door going up against like the big power guy. You know what I mean? He can't power move him, but he's got all the right freaking maneuvers and the speed to do them. So
Yes, flipping everything into and
hopefully it'll be a little more fluid with Rhea than it was with Sonya. But
well, technically, even same time when it's like a little slow, Rhea did
yeah, because
even tonight.
well,
Rhea did.
the little transition they did better because it didn't look so much like Rhea was lifting her up into place for the to go into the DDT, even though she was. It didn't really look like that, so they're doing a lot better with that for sure.
Then they had the segment I was talking about with AJ Styles when he looked like he was a boss. He's like, we just getting started. I'm like, yes, give him some grit. I need AJ and I need Drew McIntyre in the good. I need group. I need that group to have grit. I need more grit from them. I don't like the Good Brothers being goofy.
No, and that's what the elite did. But it's crazy because they tried to be goofy while they were on AEW, but then they were still trying to be like the super hard asses in Japan while they were there because they were doing the little part time in between thing there for a while. And now that they're back in the WWE, they can just focus on. Because I agree, I like the good. A lot of people shit on them as a tag team, but I like the Good Brothers as a tag team, bro. Whether they were the IWGP Tag Champions or
It's solid.
even their last Impact run, they were one of the things. Because and even didn't they had a program with freaking the Briscoes and Ring of Honor too? I do
Yeah, they
believe.
did. Yeah, they did.
I
They
mean, bruh,
they really solid. They're really solid
I was
too.
gonna say that people hate on them, but
If you're trying to compare them to like the Briscoes and them, no, but they
no, we're
solid.
not
They
saying
solid.
they're an FTR or Briscoes
Yeah,
or
or the
even the Young
Usos.
Bucks or the
Usos.
Usos or freaking anybody else like that or
But
New
they
Day.
solid. They solid.
Yeah, they're definitely a solid. Me honestly, I prefer a good old machine gun Carl Anderson. Give him a fucking if Carl can still go, give that man a singles run, bro. Like
I wouldn't mind it. SmackDown got Damage Control, which I think they breaking up soon, which would make more sense to me. So
yeah,
I don't mind them going to
that would
AEW.
add substantially to the women's singles division if they just got. Or do you think Dakota and Io stay together, or is it going to be like a three-way split?
I don't. I'm not.
Either way, you can
I'm not
either
sure yet.
beef up the tag division or you get three singles to add into the because any of those three could pull a main event at some point. You know what I
Bailey
mean?
got to start winning sooner or later because she is way
Yeah,
too bad to start
Bailey
keeping.
isn't getting the same kind of grace that we gave Seth Rollins, unfortunately. Even though she, in my opinion, has I don't know which one, the catalog, if you will, to say, yeah, we know Bailey can go. Like, it's not a question.
Yeah, I
They just
think
got
I
to
just
find
I
the
thought
right way to use her.
I think she had it for a bit, but then she lost to Bianca so much that kind of like
Yeah,
okay,
like they just kept.
nah.
But think now she's going to be on the same brand as Bianca all over again.
But like if they go at each other instead of like forming a
No,
team around,
bruh. I don't know. I just know Bailey deserves better, in my opinion.
Bailey is a 3-time women's champion, so shout out to that.
And multiple time tag team champion as well.
Yeah, and
Come
then
on.
we had Shinsuke Nakamura.
The King of Strong Style. That's
For
what I'm
some
talking
reason they
about.
didn't put his heavyweight championship on this. For
I
some reason,
wondered that too. Okay, are they trying to Mandela effect this? Because I thought about it, and then because it wasn't there, but I knew that if it wasn't there, you'd say something. So okay, he definitely did win the heavyweight title at some
yeah,
point, right?
him and AJ fought at WrestleMania for.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was just, I thought Mandela effect was going on, and I was like, maybe he didn't. Maybe I just thought he won the heavyweight championship. Surely they'd have put
Am
it
I
on there.
am I wrong? Did he never? I thought him
I
and
don't,
AJ.
I don't know. Check.
Hold on, let's see. Shinsuke versus AJ Styles. 'Cause I know that was the match.
Because I swear, I thought, Brett, it's not just you. I thought he had won it before too. But if I'm thinking about it, I can't remember offhand where he would have when he won it. So maybe he didn't have it.
I'm like, am I tripping? Did he not win this? Because they surely would have put it on
No,
there.
bro. Because like I said, I thought he had held it before too. I literally had that exact same thought when I saw the graphic go up. I was like, did they not put his? But I couldn't remember
Let's see.
who he got it from. So then I was like, maybe he didn't have it.
Oh, he lost to AJ at that WrestleMania match.
But they did go for it. It was for the title though.
Yeah, and it said
Okay,
and still, so he ended up just losing. So they right. I could have sworn he was a champion going
bruh.
in,
I
but I
thought he would. No, bruh. I thought he was too. But no, because AJ's run doesn't stand out to me. I hate to say that about anything AJ Styles does, because man's a man.
I was gonna say
But
what the
his run,
2000 that run. I thought the first run, not the 2000 John Cena run, right?
no, I'm saying, bruh, because bruh, AJ Styles runs and Impact were dope to me. AJ was one of the best X Division champions ever. Fucking his run in New Japan was also super sick
You
too,
didn't
and
like
that
that. You didn't like that. You didn't like the SmackDown, the house that AJ Styles built SmackDown.
I remember that, but that's all I really remember about it. Like I don't remember the matches. I don't remember
The
the
Dean
lead
Ambrose
up.
John
Like
Cena,
no, like
the no way out match with John Cena.
I know all that stuff. It just doesn't stick out super vividly
Oh,
to me.
but most of that was because Dean Ambrose went for the first time. I like that's a dude that could be a champion when they John Cena like that.
Are you excited for Mox versus Kitty in a cage?
Nope.
Bruh,
Top five milk is on
wait till we
SmackDown.
get to AEW. I got bruh the ratings. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna get there.
Top five milk is on SmackDown tour.
That's a solid pick, bruh. You guys can go back and watch the episodes. I said then they would make a good addition to the main roster for just the tag teams. And if you ever wanted to split them up, I'm not super familiar with Isla Dawn, but I know that Alba Fire, formerly Kaylee Ray, I know she can go for sure, for sure. And if Isla Dawn is half as good, or if she's
Oh,
better than freaking Alba Fire,
she's
freaking
top five milk tour.
that doesn't mean she can wrestle.
So
And I don't watch the products like that.
why am I misogynist in this today? This is strange.
I don't know. Something about objectifying white women. It's okay.
Hey, listen, it
They're
ain't
an
that bad.
acquired taste. You'll get there.
Listen, it ain't much, but the top five milk is top five milk. I probably only go with top five, top 10, but other than that, I ain't a fan of milk. But if you
I
the
mean, they're
top
both
milk,
my type. I'm a redheads, pale skin. I mean, but then there's Indy Hartwell too.
shout out to Indy. Indy is the current women's NXT champion. She's going to Raw, which it was interesting because I was expecting like
We knew, but
Carmelo, Braun Breaker, and all these
yeah,
people.
but we've been saying that Indy needs to be on the main roster.
So she's up there. I'm assuming that Candice LeRae and Jenny Gargano and what's the name gonna all end up on Raw.
Yeah.
And Austin Theory probably going to SmackDown, so I'm assuming they're going to Raw.
We'll see. I mean, it only makes sense, but
And plus, I kind of want Rhea versus Candice LeRae more than I want Bianca.
really, why do you
Bianca,
why
Bianca
you
to
want
beat
to see?
all these people.
Yeah, I know, but
Rhea
why
ain't
Candice
feisty people
LeRae?
because it's just different opponents.
No, but we saw that in NXT.
Was that match good? I don't remember.
Yeah.
What
See,
if it
I
was good?
remember.
If it was good,
Unless
I
I'm
missed
wrong
it.
again, I'm fairly sure we saw Rhea versus Candice in
Listen, I'm just
NXT.
trying to get
But
everybody as far away as possible from Bianca.
Jane Cena, bruh.
At this point, like your division is getting
She out here decimating shit.
like Rhea Ripley, like
Rhea better watch out. Fucking old Jane Cena's the real eradicator, bruh. She cleaned out the whole fucking division, bruh. I I damn near thought NXT was gonna swing in and try and draft her. They're like, here, come beat up the rookies for a little bit. God damn.
Tori, they said the only person she ain't beat on Raw was Dana Brooks only because they won't let her face
I
that.
was gonna say because that Dana's probably like, I'm still the
Tori,
24/7 champion.
I saw a stat that she beat everybody at least 2 or 3 times during this run on
I
the roster.
believe it. I believe it, bro. She's bro. Jane Cena.
I'm like, and Tori, the crazy thing is Roman Reigns when he do it cheats. She do it. Period. You get 3-on-1. She beat all 3 damage control.
Please. Please.
I'm like, okay, Jane Cena out here wilding.
She is fucking superwoman.
So just keep all the people she done faced away from her as far as possible.
Cause bruh, that KOD is real, nigga.
Like,
Yo, fuck a one-winged angel, bruh. The KOD is different.
That didn't took that. She did 3 people at one time, and that was the match.
That shit is crazy.
She's like, I'm putting all 3 of y'all on
but
my
she
back.
deserves it, bruh. She's killer, but god damn.
I ain't even got a problem. She's a star. You see how the crowd
She's a star, but fuck, bro.
I'm like even with Rhea has made Zelina look good every week.
She has. But we know she's finna crash her in her home country. So
yeah,
I mean,
but I'm gonna be honest. When I see Bianca, whoever Bianca, she looks like she way more dumb than everybody she faced. I'm like, at least Rhea making people look like they can win.
Yeah.
I have no doubt when Bianca faces people like, oh yeah, she about to dominate you.
I mean, Sasha Banks, Bailey, bruh. She's beaten all of the four horsewomen but Charlotte, I do believe.
Yeah.
Or did she beat Charlotte in this run? I don't think she did.
I don't think she'll beat Charlotte.
So she's beat all of the 4 horsewomen but Charlotte, which could be her next feud, I feel like.
Yeah, Charlotte stay on. I wouldn't mind if
Charlotte stays on SmackDown. We get Charlotte versus Bianca. She claims the final head of the 4 horsewomen and cements herself as Jane Cena.
I wouldn't mind Roxanne and Cora going over there too. But Jane Cena beating all.
I don't know, bro. I just think Raw needs more because it's 3 hours. They need more.
I'm just trying to find new people for Bianca.
They've got to. Raw's got to keep Seth Rollins, right? There's no way.
100%.
I was gonna say there's no way they send Seth.
If Seth go to SmackDown, I think this whole thing messed up. In my plan for a reason, Cody over there is stupid.
Yeah,
that means Cody winning the World Heavyweight title. And I'm like, his dad won that belt. His story don't matter.
Well, I mean, maybe he changes it to where I want the belt my dad did win.
No, that does not hit the same way.
You see the picture of Dusty with the big gold belt. I see it every time now. All over Twitter. I'm like, damn it.
But like my thought now, Seth wins the belt. Cody wins like Money in the Bank or something. Cashes in on 7. I don't mind.
Bruh, it's looking like they're gonna try and Roman Reigns this nigga, and we're gonna have to wait until next year.
Oh my god, that'd be.
And I called that months ago, people. Not months ago. A couple weeks ago.
How long is that? Just 1,200 days.
Bruh.
1,200 days is insane.
But that's what they did to Roman when he was coming up. Think about how many times Brock beat him, and we finally had to wait until that WrestleMania for him to get over.
Brock didn't have the belt for 1,200 days.
No, he didn't. But it all went back to Brock though.
1,200 days is insane at this one. I'm like, Yo, right now you in the meme phase where everybody make like them TikToks that said Thanos versus Roman Reigns clear.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, now once you get to that point,
Solo
you got
Sokoa and the goddamn Samoan Spike coming through and crashing shit.
listen. Once you get to the meme phase of it, you got about 3 months.
They're really trying to get the Samoan Spike over with this nigga as a devastating move, aren't they?
Yeah,
Just
Tori,
jamming your thumb into somebody's neck.
Tori, can we be honest?
The
Uh,
Samoan Spike's not going to get over? Yeah, I agree.
no, I'm just talking about. Can we just be honest about
Oh.
once it become the meme phase, you only got 3 or 4 months left before people just be like, I'm just tired of this shit.
Yeah, bro. They're losing the magic.
Cause the meme phase is funny. But you can't. You might can make it to SummerSlam.
It was
You
too
ain't making
good
it.
for
You ain't
too
making it to
long.
WrestleMania. Cause right now we in the meme. Ah, Roman Reigns can't lose. Ha ha ha. Ha. And then it's just be like, okay, bro. All right.
Yeah, but eventually we're going to realize, oh, Roman Reigns really can't lose.
Yeah. So you at the meme. That means you at the end. You at the end of the phase now. Cause they making memes now. It's funny. Roman Reigns versus. I saw one that said Roman Reigns versus the one above all. He's like Roman
That
Reigns.
is hilarious.
Roman Reigns. I saw Tori. I got to show you this TikTok. I might find it today, but he like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam brings a nuke. The whole stadium is disaster, and then Roman Reigns music hit. He's standing over Cody Rhodes.
I mean, the guy is a monster at this point. He is the final boss of wrestling.
I'm like, but the final boss do need to be like, sir. If you could never beat Sir, you'll be just, you know what I mean? Like,
But it's crazy because if he's the final boss of the game, he's making it feel like this shit's Elden Ring. This is a FromSoft game we're playing. This is not 2K anymore, folks.
I'm gonna see if I can find it while we talking. But oh, here you go. I'm gonna show this. I don't know if this. I don't know if we can. I don't know if screw it if we get in trouble. What I say to her, screw it if we get in trouble.
Right. You only live once, folks.
So it's good. Oh, that's not the one. That's not the side I want. This is the side I want. Oh, there you go. All right, we're gonna do it. Here it is, Tori.
It's a move to finally defeat Roman.
Try to keep it kayfabe. You run the nuke, Tori. It destroys the arena.
You got to.
It remains stay. Look, Tori. But who wins in the match, Tori?
He is the final boss.
So you still in this phase, so I think you can get away with it for a few more months. But after a while, people would be like, okay, we can't make no more memes, dog.
They're running the risk of ruining it, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got to at least lose by SummerSlam. I don't think it's unless you got some crazy story you can tell for. but
I don't know if Vince is back.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you got a crazy story, you got it. Let's talk about what the other thing we hear about.
Story.
CM Punk was at Raw, Tori. Tell us how you feel about it.
I feel like Punk's smart.
Hold up, before you do that, this also set up. Apparently, Jericho, Punk, FTR are on Saturdays, Elite and BBC
The BCC.
on Wednesdays. They wear black hoodies, so they gotta be the BBC. What you mean? But
they wear sleeveless black hoodies now.
Sleeveless
These niggas
black
all. Did you see that freaking that backstage promo that they put on Twitter? Freaking where Mox accepted Kenny's challenge to the cage match. Them niggas were all four wearing sleeveless hoodies. But do you know who had the nerve to try and make fun of them? Daniel Garcia. Listen, you can't make fun of niggas wearing sleeveless hoodies when you wrestle in leather pants. Like, bruh. Zomeg, would you rather have a sleeveless hoodie or be wrestling in leather pants?
Sleeveless hoodies.
Exactly.
Sleeveless hoodies sometimes go hard, bro.
I don't know. You gotta have the right arms for them. They do not look flattering on the BCC besides Claudio. And maybe if Danielson gets a good pump beforehand, but fucking Wheeler and John Moxley just look. Moxley.
How you felt about CM Punk in the news that?
I think he's playing the fucking game, bruh. We all okay. So allegedly, He's on a flight from Jacksonville back to his hometown of Chicago. He sees some guys on the plane. Freaking, oh, we're in Chicago. You should stop by. Da, 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 da. He stops by. He happens to run in, talk to Triple H. I mean, no harm, no foul. But we also have to realize we just talked about how Warner Brothers, their whole Saturday show for Tony that could net him close to $52 million a year, allegedly is contingent upon CM Punk's involvement. So,
Maybe Chris Jericho too.
oh, that'd be so. Why would you put Chris Jericho? That's a whole different
It's
thing.
a business people know his name. Also, a person supposed to debut, a megastar supposed to debut on that Saturday too. Goldberg's coming to her.
Goldberg versus CM Punk. Tony, listen to me.
CM Punk,
If you're watching,
Goldberg, Chris
Tony,
Jericho.
stop now. Stop
WCW
now.
is back, baby. By the way,
Stop.
I've been telling Tori, AEW is 100% looking like
No, but we knew this
WCW.
from the beginning, bruh. Go back to the old Jim.
Not Tori, but it's really, really looking like.
No, but think, Jim literally told us back when AEW first started 3 years ago. He was like, "I don't think you guys understand," even though he was under an NDA. So he roundaboutly told us. Brian last told us, but who knows how Brian found that? But Tony Khan is a real, true to life super WCW mark. Why do you think he wanted to bring Jim Cornette in to begin with? Allegedly, if Jim wasn't under an NDA to say whether or not Tony did. And think, before AEW was even a thing, he was trying to bring Jim Cornette in. Like, bruh, he's a real life WCW mark. For real. Like, only with billions of dollars. Do we know if this nigga's not freaking Ted Turner reincarnated?
You're like bringing old wrestlers from
Wait,
WWE.
I feel horrible if Ted Turner's not dead. But I'm, bruh. But I don't want to see Goldberg versus CM Punk, bro. I want to see Kenny Omega versus CM Punk.
No, they on Wednesdays, Tori.
But oh god, if Tony commits to a hard brand split, he's retarded. Excuse my use of the word, folks. I know all you. That wasn't.
Hey, listen, he got to keep Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega like, hey, I will leave to WWE and be.
Let him fucking go. I don't see anybody saying any of their shows are contingent upon Kenny Omega's fucking involvement.
The Wednesday show.
Bruh, let's be honest. They have been steadily giving, and the stats are there if you want to look them up, folks.
I got him on the screen.
But I'm saying, through Kenny and Young Bucks, their ratings for their quarters that they're involved with have gotten consistently lower. Think, not Rampage. Dynamite's barely doing 850,000 in the past month on viewers.
I got the
Maybe sometimes they get to 860.
March 22nd was a big announcement. Big announcement show.
But I'm just saying, bro, Tony's got to figure out something because look at those. I didn't even realize that is what you just put up. Bruh, look at it. And think, he was consistently cracking $1 million there especially when CM Punk was involved. But I think people, and I hate it because I don't want to sound like, I don't want to sound like Jim Cornette in this regard because I actually do. I think that Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are good wrestlers. I know anyone who knows Jim Cornette knows he is saying the complete opposite of that. But I'm saying, in my opinion, Kenny Omega has put on some amazing matches. Some of my favorites. Bruh, go back and watch any time he was against Kota Ibushi. Go back and watch him against Tanahashi, against Okada. But that's beside the point.
I really hope it's Kota Ibushi, not Goldberg, that show up this.
That is where my thoughts are. Because if Triple H is in charge, maybe you see Kota Ibushi, but I don't know.
I'm just saying,
I don't slides right in. If Tony's gonna pay him that much money to bring in Kota Ibushi, fucking go for it. I want to see him I'll watch Kota Ibushi versus Kenny Omega any day.
Will AEW fans scream Goldberg when he come out?
No.
If they do, I'll be so disappointed, Tori.
It would be horrendous. I'd be like, y'all niggas is just as bad as WWE fans.
Y'all fake.
Y'all fake as fuck. Y'all decried this man for years. Keep him away. We don't care about him. He's a cancer to the business.
If Vince McMahon come out, y'all would cheer. Y'all are liars.
No, but maybe. What if that's why Bret Hart's willing to bag on fucking WWE now? I mean AEW now. Maybe he knows that they're bringing in Goldberg.
Maybe that's why he's going in,
and that's why he's been going so hard for a company that has a Owen Hart. The tournament's coming up. What couple's gonna win it this year? And will they actually walk around with the pink belts? I'm glad they did that shit for like a week, and I think after everyone on Twitter roasted them for wearing them belts, they were like, "All right, let's leave these."
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all about this show, Dynamite. I hated almost every result of everything on this.
Bruh.
I hated every result almost.
I hate it because he has the potential and the roster to where he should be able to put together a good TV.
Not the 2-hour main event. Show. I didn't mind the main event, but
but I'm saying he's not.
Why was that the main event too?
He has no freaking bruh. And it doesn't help that he's won Booker of the Year 2 years in a row. He thinks he's fucking amazing. But look at how the ratings
the Butcher and Blade is not a main event scene. I do not care the story
at all.
I don't know. No offense to them, but they should not be in your main event.
No, shout out to Butcher and the Blade.
Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin probably should have been the main event, but I understand why, because I would have been pissed off at the end. So I kind of.
I get it.
Yeah. So maybe make Jade Cargill and Taya Valkyrie the ending. So I guess.
That match was very awkward.
I don't know what the ending should have been. I don't know what this show was. You had Orange Cassidy beat Bandito, and I was like, okay, I get it, but wanted
then
Bandito
later he comes out to say fucking.
I wanted Bandito not to lose so early as much in AEW, so that's the only reason I didn't like that ending, even though I agree with it. I understood it, but I hated it because Bandito shouldn't even been in that match if he's just gonna lose this early in his time being in AEW.
Yeah, but you know the internet marks love a good Bandito match.
I want him not to lose early because it kind of makes him not special.
No, but he can't, bro. You think he was going over Tony's favorite fucking wrestler?
No, but I'm just saying he shouldn't have been in this match in the first place this early. He's losing too much early on, bro.
Well, he's gonna be. Isn't he gonna be one of the ROH guys more like than, or is he gonna be? He
loses over there. That's my problem.
Damn.
Like he won a few, but I'm like, bro, he losing too much. Next up, Jeff Jarrett beat Dax Harwood, and I'm like, what the?
Dax Harwood is committed to just taking L's whenever he does singles matches, and then he's like, "But we're an amazing tag team." It's
WWE-esque. It's WWE-esque. Your tag teams never lose, but
if you look, he's stuck to it though, because he loses every singles match.
But to Jeff Jarrett, listen, y'all complaining about WWE putting the 45-year-old dude winning. Jeff Jarrett been winning a lot since he been on here. That's all I'm saying. Jeff Jarrett won a lot, and he older. He was started before all these old wrestlers y'all were talking about. I was watching Jeff Jarrett going against Hulk Hogan back in the day. That's all.
That's all. True.
He and Sting, at least Sting don't do much, but Jeff Jarrett winning, he's close to Sting than me. I'm like,
bruh, Sting be jumping off of fucking balconies, bruh.
But at least he loses. Jeff Jarrett doesn't jump off nothing.
Sting's never lost.
He hasn't either.
Sting is undefeated, bro.
Hey, but AEW fan, I'm just asking y'all. Like, you have all the old people winning. Goldberg coming undefeated. The streak starting again. Saturday night undefeated streak. The way it started in WCW tour, undefeated on Saturdays. Thunder.
That's so scary.
Tor, am I lying? Ain't the high start? Goldberg won like his first 30 matches on Thunder.
What if TK gets another 83? What if he gets 83 weeks where he beats Raw off of Goldberg?
Start taking pay-per-view buys from what's they call Goldberg in a bit. Goldberg gonna be your world champion for a long time.
Goldberg squashes MJF.
Then we had Wardlow versus some local competitor after he just won the title. And I'm like, why is he fighting a jobber? And he just won the title.
Because Tony doesn't know how to book.
I'm like, Powerhouse Hobbs lost so Wardlow could fight a jobber after he won the title. Just so he can powerbomb him 1,000 times.
Powerhouse Hobbs, please go to WWE when your contract's up.
I'm like, this show is so horrible. Just looking at it, this brought back bad.
Why would they put him with QT Marshall? If he couldn't work with Taz in a group, like Powerhouse Hobbs should be like a crazy heel.
Arn Anderson. At least you get Glock Anderson out
Yeah,
here.
ready to pull that thing.
Why is your champion facing a jobber after he just won the title?
Cool down match.
For what? He's the champ. Why would a jobber get a champion? Like, listen, you put jobbers with somebody coming back from injury, or you trying to like give them a winning streak to start them so they can win a championship. You don't put a jobber against a champion. That is strange. Just don't have the champion wrestle. Let him cut a promo.
That is very strange.
I've never I don't think that's ever. I hated that. They did in WCW a few times. I hated that too. Like Goldberg win the championship, he'll just face a jobber. I'm like, why? What the?
But we know that TK is a super WCW mark.
Tori, talk about this Sammy Guevara Darby Allin DQ finish.
No. No. It is so fucking dumb.
He tried to protect Mosen.
I hate it. Tony is hell-bent, but I told you, he's hell-bent on us getting this 4 pillars fatal 4-way for the title. If he takes that fucking belt off MJF, all is lost. I might not watch Dynamite.
He's gonna give him the Raw fit. What we gonna do the Raw and Fitz?
Because, bruh, that makes no sense. Bruh, he has some of the best wrestlers in the world right now.
Tori, he did the Vince thing. Tori, he did the Vince thing. What a champion costs to do the belt just so they get the triple threat.
And then didn't even let him in the truck. He's like, no, it's full. And then they had to go in and get the close up on how empty it was. I mean, but MJF, bruh, did you see the tweet and delete he did where he was telling it was to wrestlers talking about how bloodthirsty the fans were and how them tweeting that a match was a banger wasn't going to pay for your hospital bills, and as long as they keep on doing this super high risk, high flying style, the fans are going to keep moving the goalpost on what's good. I mean, it was a legit. I mean, he tweeted and deleted it, but it got screenshotted. I wish I should have went through my Twitter. It actually might be in the group chat, but it would have been days ago. But it was a super smart. I mean, I don't know why you deleted it. I mean, I do. That could definitely be seen as him taking shots at his own company to a certain extent. It is technically, and we've seen the talent handbook, so we know you're not allowed to say anything disparaging about AEW or head personnel on the social media. That is
Tony.
I mean, you saw. I sent you. Didn't I put the pictures from the AEW talent handbook in the group chat?
Vince would love for you to diss him, especially in the prime. I don't know if he do it now. I don't think you can talk about like personal stuff, but he didn't mind you.
No, but he's talking about on social media. In the handbook, it's about social media. You can't say anything disparaging about the personnel but yeah, it's ate up, but it's understandable.
I'm looking at Tony Khan like this after this show. By the way, look, bro, that was throwing a skateboard and then pretending, and then like, okay, we're gonna set the fatal 4-way. Why don't you just set the fatal 4-way instead of having to go do these steps? But then some people don't. I feel like some people don't deserve to be in it now after they lost clean.
Yeah.
Like, so he cheated. Okay, that's why he in it. But why would he go back in it? Why would Jack Perry go back in it?
It don't make no sense. But he wants that fatal 4-way.
So we're gonna just be like, oh, MJF a piece of shit, so I'm gonna put all four of them again. I'm like, that's horrible. Why don't you just put the dude he cheated in and with the other dude instead of why is the other dude getting in there? He lost clean.
Very true.
So I'm just saying, why would he be in the match? Even technically he didn't quite lose clean, but why did you announce that he would be back?
It's TK's Mark booking.
He just tried to get to one point. Jay Cargill every time Valkyrie already said that was awkward, but it was all right. This probably made me happier than a lot of the other matches did. So then we had Kenny Omega and Takeshita versus Butcher and the Blade, which I already told you how I felt about it. My co-host is choking, and hopefully he gets something straight. But essentially, what this match was is they were setting up the BCC and everybody else to have a great showing. I don't know what I'm saying. Listen, it was all set to John Moxley come out and to Takeshita to bleed and showing proving he willing to bleed. That's all it was. It was just to get blood on the show. That's all this main event was, is to get blood on the show. Let's just be honest.
They just wanted to see Takeshita bleed.
That's the only reason this match was. This is not a main event type match.
Get Kenny Omega to give us a melodramatic end of the night speech.
That's what it was.
Omega versus Moxley in the cage.
That's all it was. It's set up. It wasn't nothing to it. Let's talk about NXT and get out of here.
Alrighty.
We had. I actually like this NXT. This NXT.
I didn't. I'm not. So this is the portion of the show where I am here with the audience, because we all know I'm not a firm watcher of NXT, but with the draft,
I'm pretty sure Pretty Deadly gonna be drafted on Monday because Tony
did they end up in a river?
Yes, Tony D'Angelo Stacks
or a lake.
It was to put him in a trunk match. Basically, it's like the winner do like
put him in a casket, but not a casket.
Yeah, it's like instead of a dead man, he a mobster. So mobster put people in the trunk. So
I like Tony D'Angelo. I'm not gonna lie.
Amazing,
and he's not bad in the ring either. I like the gimmick, but
Stacks is good. Sometimes he just do too much, and it's like stupid looking.
I mean, that seems
Pretty Deadly good.
But that sort of seems to be the gimmick, like all the good wrestlers. Look at your boy Mello. He's got what's his face with him.
Trick is funny. Yeah. Trick ain't wrestle at all, but Trick is hilarious.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? They all have this over the top side guy. Braun Breaker doesn't have one, but I want to ask you that. Even though where do you think Braun Breaker goes in the draft? Raw or SmackDown?
Probably gonna be Raw. Because I don't think you want.
Honestly, that's what I
should say. Heel now. If he was a face, I would say SmackDown. But he a heel now, and he's an awesome heel. He destroyed Andre Che.
Bro, I'm down to watch Cody versus freaking Braun Breaker any day of the week, bro. Any day.
That his heel spear is crazy. I'm like, what the? When did you put this zip on this spear, my guy?
I mean, he fucking. I mean, the kid can go, but we know he comes from that Steiner stock, bruh. Them niggas are dogs.
And they meant to be more heel. His face run was weird, but when he became heel, I'm like, okay,
yeah,
this is what he always should have been. Steiner's was always better.
Shout out to him. Isn't he the one that's knocking down Cora Jade, or is it? Yeah.
Cora Jade.
Sheesh.
I think Grayson with Indy.
What? I thought Dexter Loomis was with Indy.
Oh, I'm just talking about real life. I'm not talking about that.
I know.
By the way, they kind of gave it away when like Grayson Waller gave her a kiss tonight. I'm like, okay, I don't think that was supposed to.
Well, I mean, I guess they're not.
By the way, they said that they didn't know where they were gonna get drafted. Outside of Roman Reigns, who knew he was getting drafted first.
I mean, we all knew where Roman Reigns was getting drafted.
But so they said NXT people.
Fox ain't letting. Listen, Fox came down with a mandate because if you remember back in the day. What was it? A couple drafts ago, they used to brand it as Fox and USA doing the drafts. Did they not?
Yeah.
So I mean, we knew Fox ain't giving up Roman fucking Reigns.
I did not expect them to show so much. I don't think they did either because Grayson Allen did kiss Indy Hartwell. And I'm like, okay, I don't think I was supposed to show that on TV.
I was gonna say, y'all this is gonna make it very awkward once we get up to the main roster and we try to do a fucking family reunion.
Hey, listen, just go with it. At this point, it been shown. I don't know if people notice it on Twitter, but if it been shown, Grayson Waller go to Raw, Dexter Loomis go to Raw, let them go ahead and just make it happen. Well,
Would it be a good match?
All the India on Raw, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Indy's on Raw.
Grayson Waller, if it's like an extreme match, Grayson Waller will shine in it.
I'm so tired of. I just want to see a good old regular wrestling match every once in a while, bro. I
He's
love I
he
love the
needed
furniture as much as the next guy, but god damn.
Grayson Waller. Like all the only thing he need to do is like learn like wrestling like naturalism because I think he got a lot of talent. He's a very
No, but I
talented
did
kid.
I did watch some clips from NXT this week, and bro, they're all getting better, and the draft adds a little oomph to it. We want to see where they're going. It makes it, but I do think it was probably a little camera slip. But if they're smart, if Grayson Waller, you think Grayson Waller's made roster bound?
He elite, but I don't know if he is though because I don't think that he got
I
a
was gonna say,
championship.
you don't feel like he's. That you answered my question for me. I was gonna ask if you thought that he had a in NXT title run in him.
I think
'Cause
he's the
some
next.
people,
I think he's the next round, like after what Survivor Series when they have the second round of like call ups. I think he's like for that.
oh,
I think he's
okay.
that. I think he's that. They might call him up early. He's really good.
From what I've seen, bro,
Did you see him do the CM Punk thing? I like the Pepsi tattoo, and I'm like,
uh,
I'm like, Shawn Michael didn't know what that meant. Everybody, the fans did though.
that's smart,
Like,
but
I promise you, Shawn Michael didn't probably know what that meant when they let it go through.
I don't know, bro.
You think
Sean was still there when CM Punk was around.
You think Sean knew and like, okay, let's do it. It's funny, especially that he showed up. Like, I like the Pepsi tattoo, my guy. Good seeing you, man. I looked up to you and then walked off like, ha ha, my boy. And he didn't say the name though. We know who you're talking about, CM Punk. Who else
I
got a
mean, we
Pepsi
all
tattoo?
know. I I definitely think there's no way that HBK didn't okay that.
Cora Jade is amazing. She beat Lyra Valkyrie, who is pretty good from NXT UK, but like she's got to work on her gimmick a little more before we care.
I believe you.
Carmelo Hayes beat Grayson Waller and got spirited. Him and Trick Williams got spirited by Brian.
So he won the belt and then got smashed.
Yeah, he retained against Grayson Waller, and then
Do you think Melo's moving up now?
I think he should. He's older than them too. I think he's
Is
like
he?
20. Yeah, he think he's 28, 29. So I'm like,
Oh, so he's closer to our age. So
Brian
uh,
like 25 and Grayson Waller like 26. So I'm like,
yeah.
I
Braun's
get him.
got such a bright future though, and I mean maybe your boy Melo does too. I mean the main roster is where we'll really see, like we get to see when you're interacting with these actual
He got
priorities.
Mello. I'm gonna give Mello criticism tonight though. He got to stop doing that random jump when people ain't around and they got to jump to him. It looks so stupid.
It's that
Like
modern twang to
Tor,
everything.
my boy Grayson Waller was on the ground and he randomly went to the rope and jumped to the middle of the rope while Grayson Waller was in the corner and Grayson Waller ran to the corner and caught him doing the move. And I'm like, but why did you jump on the rope into the middle of the ring if he was in the corner?
It don't make no sense, but
Man, listen,
that's the beauty of NXT being a
he got put
developmental
in
brand.
he got put in the cutter though, so it kind of makes sense, but it didn't. But hey, listen, yeah, we letting people do top rope moves just for fun anyway, so it don't matter. It's at the end of the day.
Bruh. But I can't wait to see all of these guys up on the main roster. Like I said, Braun Breaker, bro. I want to see him versus Cody as soon as possible. I feel like they would make that could be a crazy freaking, or even Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins.
Braun Breaker will be so dramatic.
Your boy Mello versus Seth Rollins.
Oh, that match would go crazy. Especially Seth would make sure he don't do just random move for no reason though. So that would make me happy. Carmelo is amazing. He'll just do random stuff.
I'm super intrigued because we're on the cusp of seeing these guys that have run NXT. They're actually about to be interacting in the ring with people who have done the same thing. They've been through NXT. They've made it to the top of the mountain multiple times. I mean, think Seth Rollins, the first ever
Big
NXT
E.
champion. But I'm saying with Seth Rollins, he was literally the first ever NXT champion, the very first one when it was still a big ass X. But I mean, come on. I'm super intrigued to see because, like, yes, it's one thing, but think about all the times we've seen people have amazing runs on NXT and then flounder main roster wise.
we'll see. I'm just hoping.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see that. I want to
By
see.
the way,
I want to
Tyler
see
Bate.
amazing wrestling. That's what I
Tyler
want to
Bate
see.
got that Raw crowd. They changed the main event, and Tyler Bate got a "This is awesome" chant versus Dolph Ziggler. Tyler Bate,
Hey,
25 years old. The crowd, you know how they have main event after Raw?
yes.
He had a one-on-one match with Dolph Ziggler, and the crowd said, "This is awesome." I'm like, oh, Tyler Bate won the crowd already. By the way, Tyler Bate is amazing.
Yeah, but it's all gonna come into how much they gimmick him up.
he
Do,
gotta
do
he gotta have a thing, but
he'll blink
he
and he'll
can he
be a
can he
brawling
can be a
brute.
really good underdog style though.
You
He can
gotta
really do.
remember,
He's so bland.
Mustache Mountain was kind of him and Trent Seven, and Trent Seven, he's got a whole resurgence on the indie scene right now. I do believe, but I didn't like their. I wasn't a big Mustache Mountain fan. I mean, Tyler Bate had some amazing matches with Pete Dunne. Do you think Ilya comes up?
Yes, I think he's probably going to draft the SmackDown.
You don't put him on the same brand as
He lost.
Gunther?
He kind of. Nah, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I mean, I'm down to see Austin
Oh
Theory
no!
versus
Wait.
Ilya.
Maybe. I just thought about Drew's over there. Sheamus probably gonna go to Raw. Yeah, put him on Raw. Put all the. Because you remember we said all those European dudes gonna be on SmackDown, but they all ended up seeming to be on Raw. So yeah, put Ilya on Raw.
Yeah.
Plus, it make the 3 hour show go for because Ilya's a wild dude.
Yeah. He's such a good worker, bro. Ilya Dragunov, that kid, bro.
Put JD over there with the Judgment Day and put them on Raw too.
And he may not have the height, but the way his I don't know. No, no, I hate to know. I'll
Put
pause
Tyler Bate with him
preemptively,
too.
but the way he's built, bruh, like Ilya is, and his finisher, Torpedo Moscow, is like a freaking. It's like a flying shoulder block, like a flying twisting shoulder block that looks fucking amazing for being a move where he's literally just throwing himself at his opponent. But I mean, think about the times when he
Tiffany
hit
Stratton got to get drafted too, right?
when he hit Gunther with Torpedo Moscow, and they're fucking. I mean, and plus Torpedo, for some reason, Torpedo Moscow is just a fire finisher
I
name.
think Tyler Bate going to Raw too. And
Hey,
Seth Rollins. Tyler Bate and Seth Rollins would be a Hall of Fame match. Just put them on.
but you know who I want to see freaking more of in NXT? Charlie Dempsey, William Regal's son. Something
Oh, he on the
intrigues me
come up.
about
He
that
on the come
kid.
up right. He on the come up right now. He's doing
He's
well in
one
there.
person I have been checking on,
And
watching
they
little
put him with
clips.
Gulak. They put him with Gulak too. That's a good fit.
Is it? Well, I don't know. Like I said, I've just been seeing clips, but I'm gonna take your word on it.
Yeah, it's like Drew Gulak is a really good person to put some people with. It's because Drew Gulak ain't like it's not a tag team. It's a heel manager. Drew Gulak is
Oh,
manager.
before we get out of here, though, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you because I feel like we glossed over some Dynamite. How did you feel about Roderick Strong debuting? And did you, like many of us did, when you saw his graphic on screen, did you think it was Sean Ross Sapp for a second?
I did. I did think it was that.
That's what
By
a
the way,
lot
shout
of
out to
people thought
nobody.
that.
By the way, Sean Ross Sapp is all of the. I'm like, well, I knew it. I knew
We
it.
called it. From
I
the
thought it
Shazza
was.
McKenzie when he started the feud with Shazza McKenzie, I was like, this nigga's getting hot on the indies. He's not long before he gets to AEW.
I
All
thought
Sean Ross Sapp is
they
all elite.
swerved us. We thought it was gonna be Dave first.
But bruh, I really did fucking when I first saw it, because it's just the R in front of an S, and I don't know, part of me just turned that giant S into two S's on either side of it. I was like, SRS? What? Because I mean, but Tony's back to licensing music again because that nigga came out to Kill Switch Engage. That shit ain't free.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kill Switch Engage. I've been to a couple Kill Switch concerts. They were.
All right, does Universal on it? Because Universal might just be giving them the deal because they do
I
all the
don't.
music.
I don't know if they're on Universal or not, but I know that. That was Kill Switch Engage. So freaking maybe they are freaking. And if Warner Brothers is involved, I mean,
UMG is what they music division is called. So I don't know.
well, I know. We know what UMG is. I mean, come on now. It's the.
They love the copyright. I know they're on YouTube.
Well, UMG, I mean, it's a huge record label, like, but yeah.
But yeah, I was like, that was cool.
I just, bruh, Do they
Like
sort of need to
he was
bring
my
back?
third favorite. He was
They
my
sort of
third
need
favorite.
to bring back. They sort of need to bring back freaking Bobby Fish, huh?
That's the one I could really do without. But you need old boy back, Kyle.
Oh yeah,
Kyle.
Kyle needs to come back as soon as possible, or if his contract expires, he could go back to WWE and get over in the Triple H ran place.
But Kyle got to be back for me to really care. Before
Yeah,
I like
Roderick
Roger.
and
You
Roger,
can.
because they never seemed like they were actually the ones that were super cool with each other. I don't feel like during the Golden Prophecy era,
Yeah.
it felt like it was Fish and Strong were super tight, and then Cole and O'Reilly. And then they came together, and the Golden Prophecy was fulfilled. Some of the best fucking wrestling booking in years from Triple H.
Right, a simple storyline too. It was like, oh, the prophecies, we all gonna be champions, and they did it. And it's like,
Yep.
okay, this is a dope story. Let's finish Smackdown a little bit. Josh Briggs and Fallon Henry, they finally ended the Days of Our Lives storyline. By the way, I
Let's
think all these
go.
people got. By the way, I think all their acting got a lot better during it, but the early parts was rough. But
So you say they actually did him? NXT's doing its job. I see.
yeah, it wasn't great at the end. You wouldn't put them in no Emmy performances, but they could act better now. So I'm like, oh, that actually helped them. I know people probably didn't like it because it was like a day. Oh, you're cheating. You have a man that's on the phone, and I'm gonna expose you, but we winning the title, so I don't want to expose you. It was like convoluted, but I think it helped them with acting. So shout out to Shawn Michaels, and he actually, to Monte's
Means
point,
to an end.
yeah, Monte said that they need to do different storyline. That was a different storyline. It was
Yeah.
refreshing, something different. Then Oba Femi, that dude is a star. That pop-up power bomb was nasty. Big giant Nigerian dude. I'm like, oh, he looked like an athlete. Oh, he
I don't
moved
think
well
I
too.
saw him.
He was the dude that did the oral mesa, he's a talented dude too. That pop-up power, I'm gonna show you after we get off, but that pop-up power bomb he did was nasty. It was natural too. But that was his first match too, so his own NXT. I'm like, you look that good your first match. They might have found something. He
I
didn't look
want to
like
see. I
you know
want
how
to see
NXT
more
people look
fucking
like a
Odyssey
nerd.
Jones, bro.
He got injured and it slowed him up completely. I hated
But
that.
I had such high hopes. Think about Odyssey Jones versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
He got speared to hell last week though, by Prime Break.
Poor Powerhouse Hobbs.
And the last match was a banger. Indy Hartwell, Roxanne Perez, and Tiffany Stratton.
Get well soon, Indy. Is this the match she was injured in?
Yes, and I think she rolled her ankle, but she came back out, got the pin because she was supposed to win anyway. I'm like, if she was getting drafted, y'all could have had her lose it.
I
And
don't know, bro. She was wearing a boot, so maybe.
No, that's what I'm saying. If she was gonna be injured, I mean, if she was injured and she was going to Raw anyway, you
I was
could have
gonna
had her
say
lose
because
it.
they don't usually put a boot on a sprain, do they?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what her problem is. We'll see. But if it's a high ankle sprain, they will. But that take about 6 weeks to heal. But Tiffany
Either
Stratton,
way,
listen,
she'll be amazing.
if she got hurt and y'all kind of knew she was gonna get drafted. Now I'm not saying y'all knew.
The
Tiffany
women's
Stratton,
division been having a lot of injuries on NXT, huh?
they got eight.
Nikita Lyons.
They got eight torn
Oh, eight.
ACL, 820 ACL. Eight.
That's crazy. So Soul Ruka, Nikita Lyons, fucking
The girl, what's that girl name?
I don't know. We said her name earlier, but I forgot.
NXT ACL injuries.
I just remember Soul Ruka, Nikita Lyons, and Tiffany Stratton. That's who it was.
She had one earlier. I'm trying to see who all the people was. I'm trying to see the list. It was like 8 of them. I'm trying to look at the list.
But all in all, I do think this week in wrestling, outside of the weird stuff with AEW and Tony Khan's continued supermark booking, I mean, Raw was meh.
Ariana Grace, which is Santino's daughter.
Okay.
Nikita Lyons, Sol Ruka, and it's 5 more, but they don't really be on
Have
there.
we talked about the grizzled young veterans asking and being denied their release? Asking for and being denied their release?
Well, they said it on the internet, so.
Well, that's why I was asking if I didn't think we talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it before they announced it, but we talked about it without being it announced, though.
So we were talking about because I knew we had seen the reports that were saying that they were unhappy. What do you think that says about The Rock's daughter, or is it just creative this bad?
I think they didn't want to do that weird gimmick no more.
It was super awkward.
I think they tried it.
And I don't want them to leave though because I think the Grizzled Young Veterans are an amazing tag team. Like those dudes can go. GYV versus you can show me GYV versus Pretty Deadly any day of the week, and I damn near guarantee that shit's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, it was interesting, but we'll see. Anything I didn't cover?
How long do you think it'll be before old what's her name? The Rock's daughter. How long do you think it is before they call her up?
2 year.
2 years. She
I think
she got
she is.
she got to
She
win that
what
women's
is she?
title
19?
at
She
some point.
19?
That's
19?
so crazy but that's so smart on WWE's behalf though.
Yeah,
Actually
I
getting to
don't.
these kids young.
I
Pause.
watched. I watched a match, and I'm like, yeah, you about 2 years away. Unless you improve like Tiffany Stratton did, which
They,
is
but this is just setting it up because think wrestlers are going to get better and better, younger and younger. Look at Billy Starks. Billy Starks not even she's only 18 years old. She's about to sign to AEW, unfortunately. But
have we
maybe at
confirmed
some
that, Jim?
huh?
Have we confirmed that? By the way, I think Roxanne
No, but
getting drafted Monday.
Uncle Dave said it, so who knows? Or no, Tony Schiavone said it.
Yeah,
Tony Schiavone said that she signed with
on a
AEW.
random podcast. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know, but man, Billy Starks has such a bright future. If you've watched any of our, you know, I gush in pause about this girl. She's bruh.
I
The
wanted, but she young
future.
enough to go. But I wanted her, Roxanne, Soul Ruka. They all
And bruh, just
23,
the way
22.
you gotta think she's bruh. She's on the honor society at school and freaking wrestling, doing Japan
I
tours.
look at AEW roster versus the NXT roster. I'm like, you would have been if you. I
But
agree.
they've got some good youngsters coming in too. If they've got Billy Starks coming in, they got Nick Wayne coming in. They've got a lot of
I was
freaking.
talking about just the young women because NXT is stacked with 22 years old and
But
younger.
I don't think wrestling can't do anything but get better with people
Tiffany
actually
Stratton only what
if they're
23.
trained by the right people though.
Tiffany Stratton 23. Shout out to Jakari and Last Legend for actually being so entertaining on NXT that they actually got talked about a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, as long as Lash don't
Lash
wrestle,
Legend just didn't hit with me, bruh.
as
I'm
long
one
as
of
she
those
don't
people.
wrestle,
I'm guilty.
she can't wrestle. That's probably why.
They got rid of the super flamboyant gay dude, didn't they? Or is he still there?
I
I
think
can't
he's dead.
remember his name. The one that got in an argument with Jim on Twitter and Stephen P. New got involved.
And he just like dissed all his coworkers.
Yeah, what was that kid's name?
I don't know. He ain't been on TV in that long, so I don't remember. They just took him off TV since then.
Bruh, the upside just wasn't there.
Thea Hale is 18. The Rock Dog like
I
19,
mean,
20.
both companies. I mean, look, Sky Blue over in AEW. Julia Hart. Julia Hart's getting better in the ring, bro. She really is. I don't know what it is, but I think the House of Black actually helped her. The Varsity Blondes, whatever they were, freaking weren't cutting it. But this House of the Black,
We got it. Hey, one of them, Roxanne probably gonna be a WWE lifer because she probably gonna win multiple championships. Hey, Billy Starks gotta face Roxanne one day. I just
that would be a banger.
they gotta have one.
But Billy's doing nothing but getting better. I
But
mean,
AEW might
same
not
with
want them.
Roxanne Perez though. I mean, Roxanne Perez, she's a real deal prodigy, bruh.
Bro, she went to SmackDown and the Fox people like, who is that? Why y'all never showed me her before? I'm like, she getting drafted Monday to SmackDown. I have no Fox. They even reported Dave and Pfeiffer like, yo, Fox looked at her and said, who is that girl? Who is that?
I mean, Fox is obviously the one with the eye for talent, really, if they're getting their pick first. But
if Bray don't get drafted, what they tell you? How you feel?
that's what I was really wondering about.
I'm like, if Bray don't get drafted, that might tell you something different. Cause I'm like, oh, he just
Low
injured.
key, I'd damn near almost be okay if Bray stopped wrestling and just got back in the writers' room to book some crazy shit with him every once in a while. But I want to see Bray get a good run in before he's done. But if it is him that's the problem and not them, then what can you do?
It was so. I didn't.
Because I've been a fan of Bray Wyatt since FCW, bro. Like,
But I was wondering. I'm like, what is it that don't click? It's like you have this amazing thing all the time, but it just
they just find a way to fuck it up. Think the Fiend was, and I stand by this to the day. The Fiend could have been a hang your hat gimmick, like a lifer gimmick, like the Undertaker, and he botched it,
But
or they botched it.
I was thinking this too though. I was like, how many of them gimmicks get over now since like that era?
Like the Fiend could have been the one that brought it back, but they botched it.
Like even Aleister Black struggled with the dark
Yeah,
art
but he covered it up with in-ring excellence
and martial arts basically. Like, oh, I'm a martial arts ninja nightblade monk.
And he was like, I'm from Thailand, not Thailand. I'm from freaking. He's from freaking Amsterdam, the Netherlands. But
Guardians, little quick note before we get off.
kickboxing background.
Guardians of the Galaxy has a 91% Rotten Tomato rating, and that's insane because they usually get Marvel been sucking on the Rotten Tomato. So, but Tori, anything else about wrestling before Joe get mad that we on the show so long? Look at him; he is very upset how long the show is.
Damn. Outside of wrestling, I mean, inside of wrestling, let's watch for CM Punk, folks. He's making a move. Tony Khan's gonna have to figure this out.
Am I doing the people's eyebrow in this picture?
You might be trying. You'd have to bring the other one down a little bit lower. But
hey, the people probably like, why do you look like this back then? I'm like, I don't know. I'm still sexy. I'm just on camera and not going to like a campaign event for somebody, so I can't know how to look sexy no more. I do YouTube now. YouTube makes you like this. That's why me and Tori look.
I look like this because I'm a scumbag, bro. I don't know what your excuse is, but no, outside. I mean, it's wrestling. We're gonna see what people keep your eyes on CM Punk. We're gonna see what he can really do. I hope he squeezes Tony Khan for all he's worth.
Like and subscribe. Hit the tip me, then buy us professional mics. I'm grifting. Tell me YouTube. We made it in YouTube tour. We are officially YouTube grifters now.
He's a YouTube grifter, folks. I'm but your local neighborhood scumbag. Follow me on all platforms at AfroComedy765. Of course, catch me on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag. Casual Conversations Wednesday on the Overall 99 Entertainment channel. Of course, if you're here, you already know Just a Fan Wrestling every Friday. You know the vibe. Something flagrant, something inflammatory.
True. And y'all know, y'all can find me anywhere. Overall 99. I'll be that GC Mafia. And you might not know who I am, but soon you will. Until then, it's...
Who are these niggas?